This is a truly bizarre story. I mean, what the heck? Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching The Electric Viking. Great to see you. Thank you to our Patreon supporters and YouTube members. If you want to be a member of the channel, you do get to see some of our videos in advance. I'll put a link in the description, guys. This is the most wacky story I've heard in a very long time, or other than the story I just did today, which was about Peter Rawlinson, who hates Elon Musk. Elon Musk hates him. Now saying all of a sudden Tesla's technology is years and years ahead. It's extremely, insanely impressive, much better than any Chinese automakers. Weird. Anyway, 2 Tesla Cybertrucks have been seized at the border of Russia because they're being smuggled into Russia. Now, why the hell would anyone even need to smuggle a Cybertruck into Russia? Why not just drive it straight in? I mean, I don't get it. It's a weird story. Anyhow, Lithuanian authorities have seized 2 Cybertrucks suspected of being part of an illegal import operation to Russia, potentially equipped with nuclear missiles. No, I'm just joking, not really. Potentially violating international sanctions. It looks like those Cold War tensions nearly really went away, right? Apparently. I don't really understand. I mean, does anyone really care if a couple of dudes buy some Teslas and drive them across Europe and into Russia? Anyway, the 2 Cybertrucks were stopped while crossing through the Selsinkai border checkpoint between Lithuania and Belarus on their way to Russia, raising the suspicion of officers who believe they're, on their way to Russia to be used by the Red Army in their war in Ukraine. Apparently, Cybertrucks are bulletproof and can withstand RPG attacks and drone missiles. I mean, they're made out of stainless steel, 30x cold rolled. Guys, I'm taking the piss here, but they're pretty strong, to be clear. But I just don't think they're going to be used for that purpose anytime soon, even though Tesla would like to have people imagine that being the case. Following the escalation of the conflict between Russia and Ukraine, sanctions have been imposed on Russia, prohibiting the export of cars worth more than 50,000 euros, that's around $53,000, from the European Union to the country. Now, I don't see how this is relevant to America, but apparently it is, according to the media. Customs officers in Lithuania believe that roughly 50% of vehicles valued over $50,000 exported from the EU are passing through countries like Belarus, Kazakhstan, and Uzbekistan before ending up in Russia. Now, poor Russians can't even get a Cybertruck. I feel sorry for them. Not really. I just feel sorry for them because they live in a country that's so incredibly cold, even in summer. It's not fun. Guys, you know what has been going on that the media haven't really been talking about? China has taken over Russia's auto market. It's a pretty big auto market. There's a lot of people that live in Russia. And ever since the war happened, China went, great, all these Western automakers are leaving Russia. We'll just sell a whole lot of cars there. And they are. I mean, I think about 7 of the 10 best-selling cars in Russia are Chinese now, and it'll probably soon be all of them. Authorities from the Vilnius branch of the Customs Criminal Service have launched an investigation into the Cybertrucks, believing they violated international sanctions. The 2 cars are being stored at the Lithuania Customs Office, and while the 2 drivers were questioned, they were later released. Now, they have, as far as I can tell, there's no evidence they've actually even gone into Russia. They just believe that they can mind read these dudes and know that they were going into Russia. Anyway, well, the Cybertruck is, of course, not sold in Russia or anywhere else other than the United States. A handful of examples have reached the old continent. One of those was purchased by BMW, secretly smuggled into Germany, and it didn't go very well because they wrapped it too tight. Because they wrapped it tight, everyone could see exactly what it was. I mean, the Cybertruck, even with a big wrap on top of it, well, everyone knows exactly what it is. And we saw it driving into BMW's base, their location, I believe, in Munich. Anyway, a handful of Cybertrucks apparently have actually gone to Europe as well. That includes one Foundation Series Cybertruck that is actually in Moscow. So someone has managed to get one into Russia. They're in Moscow, and they've been doing some full-on YouTube reviews on the Cybertruck. So I don't know how this dude did it, but kudos to him. Well done. I don't know how he's actually been able to get around these sanctions, but maybe they paid a big premium to drive the electric pickup on Russian roads to get it registered there. Now, will Tesla sell the Cybertruck in Europe? Well, you know what? All the media say they can't because of pedestrian safety regulations that's just flat out garbage. It's absolute nonsense. There's no actual real facts. You know what? I've read that comment. The Cybertruck won't be sold in Europe because of pedestrian safety regulations. I've read that like hundreds of times, but I've never seen a single soul willing to back these claims up with any facts. You go, oh, regulation 57197 says you cannot use stainless steel. Regulation blah, 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 blah says there's nothing. They've never ever provided me, and I'd love to see these facts saying the Cybertruck can't be driven, because there's like thousands of people writing on YouTube and writing everywhere in all those forums. Cybertruck can't be sold in Europe. Elon Musk said, I think it can. Obviously he actually sells cars himself in Europe, or Tesla does. So he probably has a little bit more understanding of the rules than these dudes who are commenting all over the internet telling everyone that Cybertruck can't be sold in Europe, and all the media who don't seem to have any idea what they're talking about either. Now, if you're going to make a claim like that, I just think back it up, provide some evidence, like at least one little thing, like according to clause X in Germany, Cybertruck is illegal because of whatever. It wouldn't be that hard to find some info, but no one's done this. And I'm talking like tens of thousands of articles and comments, and anyway. So I think the Cybertruck will be sold in Europe eventually. Not for many years though. Anyway, hopefully. Fingers crossed. What do you guys think? What do you guys think is going on with these Cybertrucks? What's the deal with them being banned in Russia? Do you think they should be banned? I think, the average Russian person wants nothing to do with the war in Ukraine. You know why I think that? I've talked to quite a few Russians. Guys, when I was living in Thailand, there were Russians in Thailand. There's a lot of Russians in Thailand. And you know why a lot of them are there? They're trying to escape getting conscripted to go to war. Russians have been fleeing Russia to escape conscription because they want nothing to do with it. So I don't really understand all the punishments on regular Russian citizens who really, they're living in what is a dictatorship, and they want nothing to do with any of this stuff going on in Ukraine. I don't think we should punish them. Thanks for watching.